What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. And The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2 just dropped last night. And guys, that thing, it was so heartbreaking but so fabulous. It was such a great episode of television. It's honestly probably my top 4 episodes of this series, including season 1 and 2. Such a phenomenal episode. So in this video, we're going to be diving into my review for this episode, talking about the emotions, the big shocking moments, some really awesome moments and intense scenes, and just some really great stuff that I'm enjoying from season 2 so far. And if you're new from the channel, I'm Nerd Media. I talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, all that kind of stuff on this channel. Today we're talking about The Last of Us, so if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stick around if you enjoy this video, and let's dive right into the review. Oh, and also spoilers ahead, because if you guys have not seen this show or you still somehow know absolutely nothing about what happens in this episode, there are going to be heavy spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So yeah, this was the episode where Joel died. Honestly, I saw it coming. Like when we got the whole entire scene at the beginning with them talking about their plan to kill Joel, when we got them in the cabin and Abby's kind of group there, I was like, all right, is it gonna be this episode? And then there were just so many it was such a great build up to that moment, and I think that they really pulled it off really well, because there were honestly like 5 different moments where I thought they were gonna leave us on a cliffhanger, and then we were gonna get the death in the following episode this week. But I'm so happy that they didn't do that, because just do it all in one thing. Just get it over with so we don't have to witness this 2 episodes in a row. It was a very tragic moment, but I think that it was really paid off so well. I've seen a lot of people talking about how well done it was compared to the game, and how a lot of people are definitely not as heavy, like supportive of it towards the show now, which I get from both sides, I guess. I haven't played the second game, so I have no idea what is coming next, which is a really exciting thing. But I also haven't played the game, so I don't know how accurate it is to the actual game. But I thought it was done really well. It was tragic. There was some phenomenal acting performances in there. It was so sad. And guys, genuinely, after this episode, I have a strong belief that The Last of Us is the best 2025 TV show so far. Yes, I would put it over Invincible right now. Just, I love Invincible. I love season 3, but like, I think The Last of Us season 2 so far is the best show of the year, and that is saying a lot. But I can see this being my number 1 show of the year. Honestly, this may just be recency bias, but for now, that's where I'm going to stand. And I have just been loving this season so far. And I'm really digging bold choices that we've been getting in TV shows recently. With Daredevil Born Again, we got so many bold choices at the beginning of the series. And we are getting bold choices here, with obvious people pointing out changes to the game compared to the show. And then we're getting, obviously, the big Joel death in the second episode. All of it's very bold, and I just love it. And I love when TV shows are able to pull off such big choices like that and really execute them well. And it was just no different in this episode. I want to talk about that fight that happened on the attack on Jackson, because it was so great. That was such an awesome fight to witness. I loved every second of that. After that fight, honestly, Tommy is probably one of my favorite characters of this show right now, because of this whole entire fight sequence that he got. I've really grown to love that character more than I thought I would, just within these first 2 episodes, because I think this is the most time we've gotten to spend with him, because we didn't really get too much time in season 1 with him. So I think that getting so much of him in these first 2 episodes has been great, and he's probably one of my favorite characters. And I love how they have kind of really built him up to be the new leader role now that Joel is gone officially. So it's very exciting to see if he's going to actually have a larger role into the story later on. And I don't know if he does. If you guys know, don't let me know in the comments, because I want to be surprised. I know absolutely nothing else for the rest of the show. I knew about Joel, but now I'm in the dark, and I'm so happy about that. Moving away from talking about the death of Joel, I want to talk about the build up to the death, because I thought the build up to the death was so phenomenally well done, because we see Abby go out on patrol. She sees Joel and Dina go out and like on their patrol, and then she sees them, she goes down to them, she falls down the mountain, she gets chased by this amazing sequence of all these just clickers chasing her, which I thought was just insane. And I love how they really built up the clickers to be more evolved and smarter this time around, because they're hiding underneath all the frozen corpses. I love that. I really enjoy how they are making them feel more dangerous and scary and intense in this season. And then we get to see her go into this abandoned town area, and all the all the infected come in and just clash against the fence. It was it was so intense, and it was just so like so many like moments where I was just like so scared because I am very conflicted with who the bad guys and good guys are with this season because I love Abby's character and I really enjoy where her character is going and what we have seen her throughout these two episodes. And I also sympathize with Joel, but I think that, you know, I was still worried for her in that moment, regardless of how people view her in the show. And then we see Joel save her, which I didn't expect at all. I thought that that was just an insane build up moment because then you see him save her and you're like, oh no, it's happening, and then you just get so scared. I love that, and I really love how that was played. Guys, I just genuinely cannot believe that this show is just absolutely killing it with its first two episodes already. I mean, I was such a big fan of the first season, and I am such a big fan of this season right now. This is really cementing the fact that TV is back, and it is just better than ever. And HBO really knows how to produce a TV show because if you guys remember, last year we got The Penguin, and that was probably my favorite show of last year. And now we got The Last of Us season 2, and it's like insane how they're just able to pull off these amazing TV shows. So intense and just so action packed in all of the best ways possible. And I am so excited and intrigued about where the story is going to be heading now that Joel is gone. I know I can honestly just imagine and assume that we are going to be getting flashbacks because we have seen shots of Joel in the trailers that don't match up with the scenes we've seen from the series so far. So more than likely we're going to probably get one or two episodes solely based around flashbacks with him because you can't just kill off Pedro Pascal right away. He's a big actor. They're going to want to keep him in there for at least a few more episodes. So I'm assuming we're going to be getting some big flashback stuff, but I am so invested and curious about where the story with Ellie is going now that he is gone. She's probably going to be the main lead character of this show now, minusing Pedro Pascal out. So it's going to be very, very, very fun to see where this show is heading. And guys, this is something that Andor isn't doing that I just love because we are going to be having The Last of Us up until the end of May because we're getting weekly releases. Andor is not doing that. And I know I talk about Andor and its release schedule a lot, but I thought I'd throw in that little comparison because it is just so exciting that we get at least like 5 more weeks of this show, and I just love that. I'm still very excited for Andor, by the way. I'm not trashing on the show. I mean, I just don't like the release schedule. But hey, peak Star Wars may be returning tomorrow, so who knows? One thing that I just loved about this episode as well, one final thing that I loved about this episode was how we got to see Tommy fight a bloater in this, and I was just like, that was crazy, super intense, probably the most intense part of that whole entire battle. I loved that fight so much. I already told you guys that a few minutes ago, but like, it was so great, and that moment, that highly intense moment with the bloater chasing after Tommy was crazy, and I really don't think he should have left him there because I feel like I feel like there could be some deeper hidden meaning as to why the bloater was left there because I feel like the bloater could come back, and I just don't know what that is going to mean for the future of Jackson. But as somebody who's only played half of the first game and not even the second game, I just think that they pulled everything off so incredibly well. I am so excited to see where they're going to go with this show next. Everything is just looking up for this show. I have been digging this and all the concepts they have introduced for this season with from the infected and the new concepts about the stalkers to the Joel death and to the complexity of who the real main bad guy or antagonist is of this season. All of it is just really shaping up to be something really, really unique and special for The Last of Us. We know we're getting a season 3 because I think they're splitting the second game up into 2 parts, so I've heard. So I don't know. I don't know like where we're going to be left off, but I'm very excited. I think we can only assume that we're going to be left off on a cliffhanger this season, which I hate how many shows have been doing that recently with so many cliffhangers leaving us off there. But if it's for The Last of Us and they're just splitting the game up, that's fine. I mean, you can't really fit everything into one season, I would assume, and you don't want to rush it. But I really love this episode. Phenomenal episode of television. Probably one of the best that I've seen in the past year. Minus like X-Men 97 and The Penguin. Those are just phenomenal on their own in their complete series. But This is my favorite show of this year so far. It may go down, it may stay the same, but we'll have to wait and see for the next 5 weeks because I have been loving it so far. So, with all that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. Did you like the choices? Did you not? And if you're new to the channel and you stuck around this long, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And if you stuck around this long, clearly I said something that you liked. So subscribe, like that video, turn on notifications, share this with your friends. And with all that being said, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.